Hi, I'm Ben Wright, and I want to show you how easy it is for Fynapse to adopt modern business models using our new low-code transformation and calculation module, Fynapse Flow. At Aptitude, we have experience in working with a huge range of business models. We took that knowledge and designed Fynapse to adapt to them and pick up calculations and accounting that were once left to their product and technical architecture teams to develop and manage themselves with expensive and often inefficient homegrown applications. This is a problem because, by definition, purpose-built in-house applications are project rather than product-focused, leaving incomplete applications from a finance user's perspective, with IT only prioritizing basic maintenance activities like availability and uptime, rather than creating that efficient finance experience that we value here at Aptitude. Additionally, many of these applications were built before cloud and SaaS and are therefore expensive to maintain, expensive to host, and critically have a high cost of change. We'll show you how Fynapse can adopt the calculations of a B2C industry with a low-code environment that finance can own and manage. We will be showing you how to calculate driver commissions of a ride-sharing and delivery service. For this demo, we will pick up with an already configured Fynapse system. First, I'll quickly show you the data structures that are defined to support B2C ride-sharing platform organizations. So we see here in our finance data store, we have receipts, we have bookings, we have fees, as well as the accounting config. In the large ERP systems, finance doesn't have the flexibility to define these as needed, and they're not a financially controlled environment with workflow, versioning, and audit like we have here in the financial data store. So now we'll go into Fynapse Flow. This is what we call a low-code environment. So it is powered by Python, so code can be used, but Fyn is in there once again to help out the finance user. Fyn can create the calculations needed, help build a flow, and even explain the flow to the user at a later date, which is great for audit purposes. Another key advantage is that Flow works directly on top of the data schemas loaded into the platform from source systems, meaning you can catalog and refer to this data straight away with no need to make database connections or stripping down the data prior to loading and transforming. Again, this saves significant implementation time and cost and reduces IT resource usage. So in this scenario, you can see I first look up the available data attributes in the data I want to use. I drag in a flow element and describe the calculation or transformation I want to complete. I can do this in natural language, and it suggests the Python code block, and I can either say use it to replace my current code with that code, or I can say append to add it to the code I already have. I can then drag in other aspects and do the same add conditions, which can then be processed in parallel. A key advantage of Flow is that it can scale and process data in memory, significantly improving processing times and making it near real time, because when your volume increases, we can just throw more cheap compute resources at it. Once data is processed by Flow, it can then be stored down as reference or transactional data for further transformation or calculation, or the outputs can then be processed by the accounting engine by dragging in the journal processor and accounting rules, which can be configured here in traditional drag and drop or using Fyn to suggest them, and you'll end up with accounting at the microtransaction level in real time. This is a major advantage of using Fynapse rather than a data platform where the final accounting outputs require heavy IT build. Many of these platform organizations currently have to receive and process this data at the end of the month in batch, meaning it can take hours if not days. Despite their core technology stack being real-time, their finance systems can still become drags on the business. Accelerating accounting processes enables organizations to make strategic decisions on a daily basis rather than a delayed basis. We've completely removed the need for highly technical coding skills and any requirements to manage non-functional aspects like infrastructure, security, deployments, as it's all done through our SaaS solution. These B2C business environments have extremely high volumes as they require accounting to occur at the microtransaction level. This data must be auditable as you have an obligation to not only the consumer, but also the drivers and other parties. You also know that the quicker a platform company can launch a product, the quicker they'll be able to establish a strong market share. If you're second to market, you're going to be playing catch up for a while until you can innovate over your competition. Fynapse is the platform to allow the organization to innovate at the speed of not only business, but at the speed of opportunity.